What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. Doing some general readings for all the signs. I'm on the sign of Capricorn. This Capricorn was the fourth most viewed the last time I posted all 12 signs. So let's see what the messages are for the sign of Capricorn from now until the end of February 2020. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out the About section of the channel for more information on how to do that, as well as the description box below. Let's see what we have, Capricorn. So we have the moon at the bottom as well as the Six of Swords. Shh, Aiden! And the Nine of Cups. So this has something to do with your own emotional fulfillment. I do feel like you guys have a soulmate energy here with someone from your past. It could be a water sign, or this just could be a lot of like thinking about the past with this person. There's a hope that this could come together in the future, or that maybe this person could express their emotions to you, or that you could just like a wanting to get things out in the open and talk about things, because I feel like you do have a lot of emotions for them, but for whatever reason, maybe you guys aren't communicating, or maybe there's just someone who wants to be happy, and I feel like a lot of your happiness has to do with this person, even though you could not be speaking with them right now. You kind of want things to be stable. Maybe you're not kind of isolating from people right now. Maybe there's, for some of you guys, to use or get an essential oil necklace with lavender as well for the anxiety. You have the King, I think this is the King. Yeah, the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you guys are figuring out that you want to go back to school, maybe law school. You guys are kind of making a plan for moving forward in the future, like what you want to do for work, but you're not really sure kind of how to swing everything. Maybe you're unsure if it's now's the right time for this kind of thing. You know, how does this other person feel about it? I do feel like you have a really strong connection with someone and you don't really want anyone else. But there was a situation where maybe someone ended up with their heart broken, because I think that someone was hurt really bad in this, either in this situation or a past scenario, and they're not really sure how to fix this. It's almost like this person, it's almost like this issue is kind of dead at the moment. Like there's a need for someone to maybe pull themselves out of a bad situation, but also, you know, look in the mirror and see the parts of themselves maybe that caused this. I do feel like someone could be a little bit overly confident at times. Not to say that's a bad thing, but at the same time, maybe someone just thinks that the best approach right now until this can be figured out, or like where they want to go or what they want to do, would be to be single for now. I do feel like there is a need to study and look into this situation a little bit more. There's some reading that you guys are going to be doing, and you're going to be getting a letter about a possible meeting about a house, something to do with a family. I do feel like some of you guys had someone propose to you and you declined the offer because of whatever reason. It was a really short-term situation. Maybe you felt like this person didn't understand you. Maybe you felt like you still need to figure out something to do with your past and your family, something to do with a will. If there was someone who passed away, I would have someone look into their will for you, or something about receiving a letter and needing to take action. I do feel like someone was in a situation where you're not really sure if you want to break up with this person, because maybe they didn't provide you with something that you thought you needed, or there was a lot of fighting going on. Maybe this person feels like you wouldn't accept their offer at this point, because I do feel like there's a karmic wheel here that is something needing to be learned. But I also feel like someone is struggling with their self-confidence right now, and that might make them unreadable and may cause misunderstandings with other people around them, because although this person, could have hurt you or vice versa, they are someone who considers you a friend, someone who's loyal. And I feel like there's a lot of karmic lessons that involve pain here, and it has something to do with, kind of carrying the burden of things, but at the same time wanting a happy future. I do feel like someone wants to see the situation get better. This person wants to, give you some type of gift. I feel like maybe you're separated from this person, but it's all in divine timing, because someone needs to work on themselves or the situation. Maybe someone needs to speak with a psychic or listen to their intuition. I feel like there was kind of a misunderstanding with someone here, and it has something to do with maybe someone's job, or maybe if someone is like studying to go to school to work in realty or something like that. I do feel like maybe there was some situation where maybe you thought that this situation appeared to be a certain way and it didn't look like that, but I feel like this person is loyal to an extent, but maybe it just wasn't the right time to put like this kind of burden on them, especially if they're going back to school. I do feel like it was a really stressful situation for both of you, especially when it comes to the romantic connection that was here. I do feel like you guys' idea of being emotionally fulfilled is different. Maybe someone thinks that they need to work really hard at their job to make more money, and you kind of wanted to see them working more on their own, or you want to work more on your own, or something along that lines of just moving forward into new energy, because I feel like there was a lot of emotions not being able to be expressed here, and I feel like someone's love language is monetary and someone's is emotions. Even though they have a hard time facing their emotions, they would rather just work towards things and kind of protect themselves. I do feel like there's a lot of communication as well from someone on the other side who has passed on, and I do feel like someone could have possibly left you guys some type of money in their will. I do feel like there's something about being, be a little bit curious about a mother figure here. I do feel like you guys are working towards, making this decision about what you want to do, but maybe you haven't had this conversation about, not wanting to work with certain people or not wanting to be certain. It's like you're kind of omitting information, but at the same time, they're still like not really letting it go. I do feel like some of you guys wanted a situation to turn into a marriage or something along that lines, but it didn't really end up being like that. You have be decisive, accept what is dying, grieve your losses, and correct your mistakes. There's a need to be of service to yourself and other people. I do feel like some of you guys are grieving something that you've lost from your life and maybe wanting to go back and fix things, but maybe not being able to. This could be someone who passed on as well. They want you to have more faith in yourself and know that you are the epitome of balance and harmony when you want to be, and there's no need to protect yourself all the time, because you have such good luck energy around you, even when things aren't, going in your favor or they don't seem to be. You always have a way to come out on top, and I think that it's important to shine your lights at this point and, make embrace your power and go for what it is that you want to do, focus on that and working with other people. I think that there's a need for some of you guys to, either be aware or pay attention to some of your abilities, which could be heightened at this time. But I also feel like there's something to do with your siblings and something to do with maybe a work situation or maybe even a pet situation for some of you. But I do feel like someone, there's a level of transformation here, and then you have breathe and you have get clear. Taking a lot of deep breaths, letting out energy, going with the flow, knowing that you're being guided, even if the emotions are pretty hard to deal with, especially when it has to do with karma and, kind of being stuck in that energy. There's a need to accept some things. There's a need to be aware that you guys are going through an awakening and you're not going to be able to control this. For some of you guys, they're saying to give back and to love yourself, stay away from the negativity, raising your vibration above things. Take care of yourself. You guys could be being triggered a lot at this time, but there's also unconditional love and sincere relationships here on the horizon for you. And I feel like some of you guys might be having some food sensitivities as well. So try to eat as much green, maybe smoothies or vegetables as you can, because I feel like your body's going through something right now. There's going to be also some unexpected news or some type of accident as well for some of you guys. So there's going to be a need for you to change some plans here, but also to get enough sleep so that your mind is strong as well as your body, because you have more abilities than I think that you're aware of. I feel like you guys still have a level of curiosity when it comes to love, but at the same time, the idea that love lasts forever isn't always the case. And I think that you can be successful in this life, in your job and in your home life without, pushing a situation on someone who maybe is really confused or uncertain on what it is that they want to do. Because I feel like someone's more concerned about their career and not really, on the partnership per se, but at the same time, it's important to see both sides of the situation and, gain an understanding that way and to come out in a place, where you're facing your fears, but also accepting the truth of the situation for some of you guys, and not being so aggressive about things and take on more of a peacemaker attitude when it comes to certain things, because you're going to be learning a lot and it's important to maybe keep note of it, write it down. I do see a lot of success and discovery here for some of you guys. So it's about love and wisdom and, divine will and purpose, as well as, having the right people by your side and communicating your sense of individuality and your, maybe for you or another person, but, communicating to people around you, like what you would require or what would make you happy and working towards that goal. Some of you guys are going to be channeling quite a bit more with your spirit guides, and it will bring you more success in the things that you're going to be going through in the divine, as well as a defined plan that you have for your life. So just know that there's definitely some changes, but there's also a need to make things equal as much as you're giving, give and take is equal, because that will help with the karma thing as well. So that's all I have for you guys. Have a good day.